or the butterfly
Yes, that's
puppet,
right.
which is
That's
so
right.
cool. And that was the year you were debuting the
Yeah,
Dalai
Dolly.
Llama. And I
Yeah.
seriously thought, I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought you had like been hired to come in with this,
Oh
you
my
know, like
God, that's
when
so
I found
funny.
out that you're actually
Wow.
just an artist in this
Yeah,
community, I
yeah.
couldn't believe it. I'm like,
Oh,
oh my
wow.
gosh, we're so
It's so
lucky. I mean,
flattering.
it's an unbelievable sculpture. The Dalai
Yeah,
Llama, I'll post a picture. So if anyone's
yeah.
just listening to this, you guys really, I say this every episode, people need to watch. This is an arts
Yeah,
podcast, okay?
right, right.
It's on YouTube. You can watch on Spotify. But I'll post pictures. But this giant, beautiful llama sculpture where basically the base of the neck is sitting on your shoulders.
Well, it's actually the the neck is really up high. It's like I'm like at her chest.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
yeah,
in her chest. So her
yeah,
shoulders are up above
yeah,
you even.
yeah, yeah,
Oh my gosh,
exactly.
she's huge.
Yeah, she's huge. I have her on a backpack with these bamboo poles, and so yeah, she was like 12 feet tall or something like that. Yeah, it's cute.
Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing, the structure. So after I was a part of that, I noticed the next year when you and Sally put out a call saying
yeah,
at North River Art Society, you were gonna be doing a workshop. Anyone could come and you were gonna
yeah,
teach people how to do giant puppets. You did a workshop over the weekend for children
yeah.
and then the adult one. So I came to the adult one and you guys had some really great tutorial books from Bread and Puppet.
Oh, yeah,
Had
yeah,
some
Sally
printouts.
yeah, Sally had been well, she'd been running the puppet thing for years, and, yeah, she had the materials from there, like a little
So
booklet.
great.
It's cute. It's all, like, stick figures and, like, handwritten,
And when you
like
see it,
yeah.
it's just like it makes sense. Like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, it's like a zine.
right, it
It's like a
is,
puppet
yes,
making zine.
totally.
Really cool. I remember when I was at Mass Art as a student, sometimes the bread and puppet people would come there and just be
Oh,
like,
right,
I don't know, just like hanging out on the sidewalk with their things, like almost like recruiting.
right, oh my god,
Not
that's so
recruiting
funny.
necessarily, but just being
Right,
like, hello, art
right,
students, we exist.
yeah,
This is
right.
a thing. You
Like, I
can
know, like,
really
"You
get
can
into
do this."
puppets.
Yeah, you can have fun with bread and puppets. I
Yeah.
know, yeah.
So that was in that class, you and Sally were co-teaching that workshop. Was that sort of your introduction to teaching? Because now I've taught with you a few
I
times.
know, yeah, that was definitely, like, the first time my exposure I mean, I taught, like, a needle felting class at Stacy's Stitches, the yarn shop in North Scituate Square.
Okay.
Yeah, and, that was, like, my very first teaching gig, and I liked it, but I was, like, trying to let go of the needle felting then,
Mhm.
yeah, and it's, like it's sort of like, um, teaching can be I don't think I'm, like, a teacher by nature, I don't know, but, it's so much fun, like, and North River, I just love their, community, and it just, you're, like, there with friends. It feels like just friends making stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really nice feeling, and you just connect with, it's just nice to connect with other people through making a thing together.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so
It was so nice at that workshop because there were people, of all different ages. There was even a high school student in ours. She was the
yeah,
one that did that dragon.
yeah, amazing dragon. Oh my
Amazing.
gosh.
So
Yeah,
a full range of ages of artists. And again, I guess thinking about like how nice it is to have friends who are in different stages of parenting, even just in the art career, just having people talk about how, oh yeah, I've been scavenging. My husband thinks I'm crazy collecting all the paper towel rolls,
yeah,
but like I had a
exactly.
vision, and,
Yeah.
and just
Oh,
being like, oh
totally.
my gosh, I'm not the only crazy art
Yes.
lady.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
just like
Yes.
loving the crazy art lady identity
Oh my
and
god.
always having looked up to women like that. And now
Yeah.
being in a room where like
I
I
know.
am among peers. Like we're all that
Exactly.
crazy art
Oh my
ladies,
gosh.
And
Yeah, that's so
earlier,
true.
you had referred to it as almost like a neighborhood vibe at North River
Yeah.
Art Society. And it's
Yeah.
in this beautiful neighborhood, first of
Yes.
all,
Yeah.
with lovely
Marshfield Hills.
neighbors
Yeah.
in Marshfield Hills. Yeah, right near the general store and
Yeah.
beautiful space.
So
But it
cute.
really does feel like you're just hanging out with art neighbors. And
Yeah.
no one, it's like
And they're
you,
incredibly talented,
yeah.
artists and, like amazing art educators that,
Hmm.
have been there 20 years, amazing. So you have access to all of their like collective knowledge and
Hmm.
yeah, it's just great.
And then just having people come in who just maybe don't even have teaching experience, but have
Right.
an area of an expertise.
Yes.
You know, like I did the what was it called? Like stitching, painting, stitching with painting with stitch. I don't know. It was Olivia Harvey's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
embroidery class, but it
Oh,
was called
cool.
like it was something about like free form
Yeah,
embroidery. The
yeah.
paint was in the title
Right,
somewhere
right.
there. But
That's
anyway, it was
so
basically
fun.
like kind of like creating free form paintings, but
Yeah.
using stitches. So I went amazing. She had like a PowerPoint. She had beautiful examples. She was so prepared, had everything for us, beautiful materials list. A couple classes in, we found out that was the first class she taught.
Oh my
We're just
gosh.
like, are you
Yeah.
kidding me? But that's her area of expertise.
Right.
She's been doing it forever. So she can
Yeah.
just come in and just be like,
Right.
well, this is what I know.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
like this
I
is how
know.
I learned it. I don't know
Right.
everything. Like, let's try this, let's try this.
And that's yeah, and that's all it is. I used to be like, well, I get nervous,
Mhm.
about stuff. But it is like it's so funny that like when you start sharing about your process, it just feels so natural and
Right.
like um there's no like I don't feel any anxiety from it's just like it's so fun to share like the experiments you did to
Yeah.
get to where you are and like people are like really genuinely like, "Oh, so how do you get this like this bird leg to look like that?" Like I just
Mhm.
love like when people are so like invested. It's just
Yeah.
nice.
And it's like, yeah, there's always more to learn and always more to develop no matter what your craft is.
Yeah.
But people who are just starting,
Yeah.
they still have a long way to catch up to where you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
So, usually you have an answer, and if not, oftentimes the answer is, "Let's look it up together."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
let's just figure
exactly.
it
Let's just
out.
figure it out. Yeah. It's all problem solving like
Yeah.
together. And that's like Sally and I had so much fun like prepping for the puppet classes because we
Mhm.
figure out like the prototypes and she inevitably makes a mini prototype of whatever we're doing like
Cool.
while she's driving in the car like on a trip or something, she'll be like, well, I made a prototype of yeah, it's so crazy.
Oh,
But